Hey, how's it going? How's it going, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to Naturally Resourceful Podcast. Chilling here today with Joel Durham. How you doing, Joel?
Ooh, the intro.
Mm,
We've fixed up the intro a little bit. Is that
we're working on it.
it? Getting people warmed up,
Yeah,
ready
we're
for the podcast.
we're inviting him
What
over.
was the
Come
what was
here,
the
come
thing
here,
that
come
you
here,
were
come sit
posting?
down. Come sit down next to this nice warm fire. Come have a chat with
Oh,
me and Joel.
the Zelda mug's back. What was the what was the thing that you put on your story yesterday? You said the a page was down.
Dude, I went to watch a Packer game and they put up this page saying that we couldn't show this because we're in a contractual dispute, and they're like if and it even like said like if we give in contractually to what they want, then we'll have to raise the prices for GCI members, and we don't want to do that. And it's
What's
like
GCI?
it's a cable in Alaska. It's a cable provider.
Oh,
Like, dude.
well, why don't you should just crack stream it? I haven't. I don't have cable or anything because if you have cable, you're a bum. And the best way to do it is to stream everything, obviously.
Yeah.
But as far as like buying the packages for sports, it's getting ridiculous. Those money grubbing sons of bitches.
Well, dude, I
Like
you know
NBA
what
is
it is.
impossible to watch. NFL is like a whole nother barrel of monkeys, but
You know what it is, man? Like, I want to watch my sports teams, right? I want to watch the Packers. I want to watch what I want to watch.
Packers, Bucks, Brewers.
But then you pay for the full package, right? And then you sit down and
Yeah.
look at what you're getting. You're not getting that much. Like, I
And
paid.
if it is, usually it's just the sports if you're paying for just the sports.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just like, all I get is. Like, yeah, I get some of the NBA games. I get some of the NFL games. I don't get all of it, you
Yeah.
know?
What full disclosure, I pretty much steal all of my sports. As far as like UFC goes, I haven't paid for a fight in forever, and I don't like going to bars for that stuff. And so
Yeah.
crack streams usually gets it done for me.
Dude, I've tried so hard to crack scream UFC fights. It's not an easy thing to do.
Some are hard, but I heard that they literally like the companies allow a certain level of piracy
Yeah.
because
Well,
it would expand their outreach. You know what I mean?
you've probably seen this. You've been sitting down watching a UFC fight. You think you got it. You watch it.
Yeah, it's
You watch a
bullshit.
couple cards. It hits the main card, and all of a sudden it gets pulled. You're like
Well, it's absurd
you were
because
waiting. You were waiting to pull that stream until it hit the main card.
Dana White's Mr. Potato Head have an ass will get on Instagram and be like, "This is one that you cannot miss," and then he'll be like ESPN Plus, which is a whole nother thing because ESPN Plus has made it literally impossible for the last 2 years for me to cancel my membership with them. I've called everybody. I've called my bank. I've called ESPN Plus. They make it absolutely insanely impossible.
Yeah.
But they give you every fight that you don't want to watch and then cut the main card, obviously. But
Yeah.
usually, I haven't had much problem with crack streams.
Well,
There's some good fights coming up.
oh yeah, there are. I mean, they pretty much
McGregor's
made
fighting
two
on the
paywalls,
27th.
right?
Yeah, right. Two paywalls, which is ridiculous. ESPN Plus is not good for anything. I don't know who would ever, unless you want to watch like horse racing and ESPN the Ocho,
Hey,
where
man,
you can get like full access to
you gotta love those
cornhole
horses,
tournaments.
man. You gotta love those horses.
They've literally turned ESPN the Ocho from dodgeball into a real thing, where they rock like cornhole 24/7.
Yeah, I've
During like
actually.
early on in COVID, I was actually watching cornhole.
Oh, really?
It gets ridiculous. The announcers are like, "He is the LeBron James of cornhole." And you're like, okay.
He is a big fat beer belly. He's like,
They get sponsors. If I was sponsored by Johnsonville, I'd put some time into cornhole.
yeah,
Throw 50 bags a day. I'd be there. I'm pretty good.
yeah. It'd be funny, like their training camp. They just go to northern Wisconsin. They're like, yeah, I got
It'd
my
be like
training
2
camp
a.m.
up in my cabin up north. Training all
Yeah,
year in
sure, Jerry,
cornhole.
you beat me, but you only had 2 beers, and that's a 4 beer minimum per game in Wisconsin. No, I'd wreck that league. I'd swear to God, I'm pretty good at cornhole.
Are you?
Do you guys play much bags in Oregon? I don't know. That sounds probably a stupid question.
Yeah, it's not as popular as it could be, as it is in Wisconsin.
Well, we need drinking games. I guess it's not really a
Oh,
drinking
hey,
game as much as it is
didn't
just like.
didn't the girl that won nationals in cornhole was from Wisconsin?
There was a girl who won nationals,
Yeah,
broke the
like
gender wall on the cornhole
I,
tournament,
I don't know if they have a
glass ceiling.
females and males league, but
Hmm.
I saw some post where someone from Wisconsin showed this girl with a giant cornhole trophy,
I think
for
it'd be a little silly if they split up guys and girls.
yeah, it'd be a little ridiculous, but they're like, I've never been so proud to be from Wisconsin. It shows this cheesehead girl.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It would have to be somebody from Wisconsin. They had
Yeah.
like slam ball. Do you remember slam ball?
Yeah. No, slam ball.
Basketball, the
Really popular out here.
trampolines.
Oh, yeah.
No,
No,
you're
I
talking
know
about
what you're talking
spike
about.
ball. Spike
I
ball
was
is
thinking
good
about
too.
spike ball, yeah.
Yeah, spike ball is the shit. What about can jam?
Kanjan?
Can jam is sick. You're
What's that?
you're pretty whack with a frisbee though, so I don't think you'd be that good.
Yeah, I'm terrible. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Is that where it's like a
You
trash
have to
can
throw
with
it
a
in like the
hole in
little
it?
trash can slot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. I haven't played it. But
No, but that's pretty much all you're getting with ESPN Plus, and then NBA gets harder to watch the games every year because they've got like 10 different channels that could be on.
yeah.
Like it says watch it on ESPN, and then they throw it on TNT one night, and then there's like 180 games. So if you're like have ESPN but are missing half the games, you're like, what's the point? I should be
Yeah.
stealing all of this. And Adam Silver looks like Voldemort, so you don't feel bad. The dude looks evil. It's him and Bezos and Roger Goodell
Yeah. They're just all sitting together, taking over the world.
and Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, the Cowboys GM.
Mm-hmm.
When I was doing that camp in Missouri, there was this kid wearing a cowboy shirt, and I walked up to him. He was one of my friends, and I was like, "Oh, I'm like, you're a Cowboys fan." I'm like, "So you don't mind that your GM is a creepy pedophile dude?" And he was like, "Oh, that's actually my uncle."
What?
And I was
Really?
like, "Oh." Like, it was Jerry Jones' actual nephew. I was like, "I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I
That's
was just
funny.
talking about it."
I got a buddy who his dad was, I think he was the GM for the Broncos in the 90s
That's
or in the 80s.
oh, okay in the 90s.
Well,
I was gonna say, I think it's John Elway at this
it was
point.
It was the Elway era, or whenever he was the GM.
You knew? Oh, okay, yeah. Because Elway, I think, is now the GM. But I was like, did you
Yeah.
know John Elway's nephew? That'd be kind
But
of
no, I guess
insane.
his brother dated one of the Elway daughters. And
How do you let that go?
I don't know.
One of my buddies, you know Strobel.
Yeah.
He goes to Princeton, and he
Oh, does he now?
the Bucks GM's daughter goes to Princeton too, and he says he sees her all the time in like vintage Bucks shit. But
Oh,
she's
yeah.
she gets a lot of clout during the playoffs against the Raptors. Drake like was tweeting about her and shit, which is pretty whack. She was probably like 19, and he's like, after the Raptors take down the Bucks, I'm taking down
What?
so and so. Yeah,
That's weird.
Drake says creepy shit like that all the time though.
Dude, NBA players seem like pretty sleazy dudes.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you don't want to take shots at the king or anything, but I've heard some stories about LeBron that I don't know are true.
Yeah. It
That's a
seems
guy
like
with zero controversy, as like even Michael Jordan was like strip club Mike back in the day.
yeah.
But I've heard like Jonas told me some stories about like girls sitting courtside and like getting business cards of like where to go, and then like showing up at a restaurant and having like people come up to them like bodyguards with buckets, and they're like, put your phone in the bucket if you want to go eat. And it was
What?
like LeBron at a table.
Yeah.
Which I've heard that about other famous people. I'm sure there'd be some benefit in taking people's phones if you know that they're going to be taking pictures of you.
You want to be sexually assaulted? Step back here.
Take my phone. Yeah, I'm not giving up my phone for anybody.
Yeah, no. That just seems like a death sentence. Oh, yeah. Come back. We got a back room.
That's kind of a messed up. Yeah,
Don't mind
everybody's
this.
wearing a
Put your
wire these
phone in the
days. If you think
bucket.
about it.
And you too can be sexually assaulted by someone famous.
That's a crazy thing. It legitimately feels like if somebody's taking your phone, it feels like somebody's taking like one of your biggest rights away. But if you
Yeah.
think about it, everybody's wearing a wire these days. Like you couldn't do
Yeah.
mob anything right now. There's too much surveillance.
Yeah. Here, hold on a second. I gotta turn off the fan.
Everybody's kind of wearing a wire. Space heater?
What?
Space heater?
Nah, just a fan.
Is making all that ruckus?
Could you hear that?
I mean, once you turned it off, I could, but it just seemed like white noise before.
Oh man. Well, I think I have a noise canceller. Hopefully, it'll take that out on the recording.
Do you have any of like those cushion things on the walls?
No. No, I wish I did.
Those wouldn't really be that hard. Those are just like,
People, yeah.
I mean, aesthetically, it would kind of
People
ruin a
make
room in
them
your
out of
house.
egg cartons.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But even like just getting like, you know, the tile floors that you could put on like a gym floor mat
Yeah.
or playroom.
Or those old bed toppers.
Right.
The
You did that in the
foam, you know?
basement for a while when you were playing guitar in the basement. The amps.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You lined the walls with mattresses.
My dream in life is have a full, not full, like not
Studio?
giant, but like a studio. Yeah. A
That's
big
everybody's goal. I mean, I'd take a studio.
Yeah. Well, I think
Let's
it's just
build a
like
movie theater while
my
we're at it.
office. I'm gonna have an office, someday at my
Right.
house. My office is going to be a studio too.
Soundproof.
Soundproof. Mics are
Yeah.
everything's gonna be set up and never moved, and I can just sit down, hit play, and start recording.
None of that's really hard. I mean, it just depends on what scale you want to do it. Obviously, if you want like a crazy house that has like a movie theater in the basement and like a studio, a full-fledged studio, then that's one thing. But if you're just like building a she shed studio, that's really not that hard. Do that in a day.
I mean, I don't know. It's not that hard. It's not that.
I mean, you're already like halfway there. You got the mic and the headphones and the camera. Now you just soundproof a room, and you're pretty much at a studio.
Yeah, and then build like a custom desk so everything just fits into slots and everything. Yeah.
When I was looking into equipment, I was looking at like mixers, or what's the word I'm looking for, where like three mics would go into one
box. Oh yeah, the audio mixers.
Yeah, right. Those are pretty pricey, but it seems like your app is doing it for you.
Yeah. Well, what you can do is you can bypass an audio mixer by doing you can go out and buy these really expensive USB splitters and then just use USB mics.
Oh, just plug it into your laptop and then like run three different USBs through the.
Yeah, and then this program will split them up. But the step up in mics is going into real studio mics that aren't USB, but those are pricey.
I mean, if you look at like early podcasts that are even big now, though, like this quality is years ahead of those podcasts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because of technology, like the baseline for technology is so much better than it was even like 5 years ago.
The big thing right now is that the algorithm.
It's really not that hard.
The algorithm now favors 4K videos for no real reason other than they want to push 4K videos,
Right. Well, I'm sure everybody's algorithm, if they were given enough time to scroll through YouTube, would favor 4K videos, though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't think 4K videos ever stopped me from clicking, if it was good content and somebody I wanted to watch, but
right.
Which
I like all the YouTubers and podcast people that have like the all white backgrounds, and then like bright white everything, and they think they're at like the Genius Bar at an Apple store.
Yeah,
that's like all the unboxing guys. All the videos look the same.
Yeah. Do you know who I love the most on YouTube is the the camera audio guys. I've talking to people about this. They're like professional videographers, and they're like telling you how to set up your stuff, and they have like crazy lights, their camera shots perfect and everything, but you know,
I think it's not that hard. I think
no,
that
it's hard.
any
It's tough.
okay, any profession that I can learn about in a 20-minute YouTube video, though, I mean, I don't know.
It's
I
harder
don't
than
have that
that.
much.
Harder than that. I
You
mean,
think so?
if you have all the money in the world and you can buy all the right stuff, it makes it a lot easier, but there's a lot to know about. But like the reason why those guys are so funny to me is that they like have this skill, right? And instead of making a podcast or making a video, like instead of making a channel with different content,
They make a how to make a channel.
they just how to make a channel. You know what I mean? It's like the camera guys have the best pictures, but they're not making anything.
Well, that's the way to go. Every Joe Schmo and their mom wants a podcast right now. So, what would be a definite like? What would be more certain than actually making a podcast would be like building a studio and being like, "Hey, come rent the studio," and then you just get a million people coming and rent the studio.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I was going to invest in like an actual studio, that's what it would be. It would be me like building a studio and then making up the investment right away by just renting it out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen ads where it's like, come rent the studio and or join me on my podcast, because like people just don't have an idea for the podcast, and so they're like, maybe somebody interesting will hit me up and join up.
Yeah. Well, this is one reason why
we're like breaking the third wall here, though, because we're literally like doing it while talking about doing it and making fun of those who do it.
Yeah, I'm not. We're not making fun of them.
I'm making fun of them.
All right. Well, Joel's making.
That is what I'm doing. It's too easy.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, one reason why I decided just to pull the trigger and start posting stuff is because I'm sick and tired of having good ideas and then 2 years later watching people do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I've literally have been talking about doing podcasts and shooting videos since 2010. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I can go
that
back
and Bitcoin.
I can go back in my archive. That and Bitcoin. We talked about Bitcoin when it was nothing.
You and John, I remember you and John in a screaming match with Dad about Bitcoin. He's like, "I do this for a living. You think it's that easy?"
Yeah.
He's like, "You think that
pyramid scheme?" Yeah.
Penny stocks, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, we ended up listening to him.
Yeah, and you didn't invest.
And we didn't invest.
But back then, Bitcoin was like dollars, and now it just hit 33,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate Bitcoin people though.
Yeah, they're annoying.
They're probably the worst.
Yeah, because
even worse than the podcast people.
Most of them just have. I mean, a lot of the Bitcoin market, especially
drug dealers,
you see online. I mean, what they're trying to do is just pump shit coins and do pump and dumps, and
Well, dude,
and price.
Did you see? Do you know who Portnoy is? It's the Barstool guy.
I love that guy. So fun.
Did you see the Winklevoss twins go do a video with him?
No, I don't think so.
Do you know who the Winklevosses are?
Yeah.
They're the Facebook dudes.
Mm-hmm.
The Row Team douchebag dudes.
Yeah.
They went on a video with Portnoy, and they're like, "What do you like?" Portnoy's like, "What do you think the best investment is?" And they're like, "Well, you can buy Bitcoin." I think it's Bitcoin that they have a lot of. It's either that or what's the second best crypto? Whatever Ethereum? It is, they had like a Ethereum? Majority of whatever it was. Yeah, It literally might have been. But what they recommended that he do wasn't even to buy crypto. It was to make his own crypto because he's that famous. So just build a Portnoy Barstool cryptocurrency and have all the Barstool college frat boys buy a bunch of it. Yeah. And so there's your value right away. But that's kind of crazy. And that's all pump.
Yeah,
pump
I think making your own shitcoin at this point, you're kind of behind the
Yeah, but I mean, he's so famous that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but if you would have did that, 10 years ago. I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how many new shitcoins there are.
I remember John talking about making a crypto like 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Well, I remember I was on Binance, and I've seen coins disappear.
That's what that was called. Yeah, Binance.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
I,
happens when a crypto just goes under?
it just
Just like,
disappears.
oops.
You lose all your money and it disappears.
That's hilarious.
I've seen it happen.
I think it's hilarious that everybody who's rich off crypto are the majority of, not the majority, but like in the beginning, a lot of them were drug dealers because they're all just hiding their money.
Yeah,
But can you imagine if like El Chapo had crypto?
probably does.
He lost like a third of his money to rats. That would have been solved instantly.
Yeah, right. China's investing into it too, which is, I don't know. The thing is, man, is that these other countries that are trying to take down the U.S., I mean,
Are they? I don't know.
are
I'm
they?
not so sure.
Yeah.
There's so many ways. There are just too many ways to be always like concerned about it. Like you
Yeah.
could write a new article every single day about what country is trying to destroy America and have it be like new and interesting.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember when they were saying that China was sitting on a hoard of gold and they were going to go back to the gold standard?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that
I heard
still
that
could
too.
happen. But I could literally just write that into existence. And then everybody's like, wow, they really could do that. But there's nobody to say, like, oh, there's a hoard of gold,
Yeah.
the dragon China.
Yeah. I have no idea about that. All I
Because if
know.
they hop back on the gold standard, they'd, like, apparently they've been hiding so much gold that them hopping back on the gold standard would make the yen better than the dollar and would crash
Well,
this economy. I don't know. I'm not an
yeah.
expert,
Well, the problem
obviously.
is, the problem is, right, is that we're stuck in this system where we increase the we increase the money supply, right? We print more in order to cover our interest on our debt. So if you went on the gold standard and all of a sudden you don't have hyperinflation, then
Right.
you're literally not able to cover your expenses. You're not able to cover your whatever, your interest,
Right.
on
And I don't
the
even know for the
investment.
guys
So,
who are talking about it, but who's going to collect on the debt anyway? So you might as well just hop onto crypto. I think that's the biggest thing.
well, the thing is if you don't pay the interest
Is if
off,
we
then
just
the
say, oh,
banks
no
won't
more
lend you
debt.
any more money. Once the world
Right.
banks won't lend you money, which happens,
But everybody needs the US to be doing well, so nobody's actually going to come collect on the debt.
it's not about collecting on the debt. It's more about the rating, more about the U.S. credit score than anything. And as long as the U.S. dollar is, the world currency, then, we can keep on getting loaned money. But the second they take the U.S. dollar isn't the world currency, then, it's
We're
not
still
necessarily
producing.
what?
We're never going to stop producing.
Yeah. I don't know. Something's gonna happen though. Something's gonna happen. It's crazy, man. It's coming down the pipe, and I think everyone knows it.
That's why they're saying crypto.
Yeah.
But that's like every UFC fighter these days, like, buy cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. It's a very bro thing to do. One of my buddies is in crypto, and he posts about it every single day. And he's like, "We're hoping for 33,000." Then he hits it and posts like three more times. But it
Yeah.
does get annoying.
Yeah. I see that too. The problem with me with those crypto guys is all they're doing is flexing. Like like you can
Yeah,
have
right. And
it.
it's like, yeah, how are you gonna pretend like it's not flexing?
Yeah, it's like, hey man, yeah, I hit
Especially when you bought it this
33,000.
late.
Guess what? I'm making money. You ain't. It's like
Yeah,
all about
crypto just hit 33,000, which I have.
I'm rich.
And then like it's the only place where you can like comfortably post to your bank account and have it not be pretentious.
You know what's cool though? I was looking into looking into crypto debit accounts this past week. So you can actually get a debit card that's linked to a crypto wallet, and you can use it at stores, right?
Right.
So
That's, I don't know.
So basically, what you're doing is, you have a normal debit account, works just the same, but when it's in the debit account, it is being held as a crypto.
Right.
You know,
That's yeah, and that's just like percentage of crypto. Like I've seen investment apps where you can buy like percentage of a
yeah,
Bitcoin stock
yeah. But what I'm saying is that like it's a way of like investing in crypto.
without having so much skin in the game.
No, without like going through the work of like looking at the markets and everything, and
Blockchain.
buying and holding, and it's not like your money's just
Right.
stashed away in a corner and you have to go through like a half a day of work to sell
I
your
don't know
shit.
what happened. I mean, we were talking about AI before you started recording.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened with the whole like quantum computing thing where they were saying that it was going to get rid of all of
China just
online
came out with their
banking.
quantum computer.
We had it like years ago though. I thought
Yeah,
Google
no,
had it like a year ago.
we've had it, and what they're doing is that they keep coming out with different computers with different processing speeds, and it's like a arms race right now. And China just came out and publicly announced their like new quantum computer that is like, I don't know, it is ridiculously
It's
better
weird that they got it
than
so
anything
close
else.
together because they've
Yeah,
been working on it forever. And from I mean, I know nothing about quantum computing, but from what I understand, it's an absolute miracle that we figured it out. But when they were like theorizing about what would happen when it did kick off, they said AI was going to get better, and that online banking was not going to be a thing because the next closest computer like couldn't even shine the shoes of whatever the quantum
yeah,
computing could do, and so you'd be able to hack anything pretty much.
mm,
That's what we should be doing. We should be hacking people.
yeah,
Here's my confession.
yeah. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, China came out with their quantum computer, and I don't know. They're a bunch of dirty liars. So I don't. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. You always
No, probably not.
look at what China's doing. And you're like, oh wow, maybe they're telling the truth. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be anything.
Yeah,
But
they
I
could have just,
remember
I don't know.
Wuhan. Just kidding. Jokes, jokes, jokes.
All jokes, people.
But Paul always talks about. He talks about being in the military. And he talks about like seeing like invisible shit, but I don't know if that's a thing. He talks about just like the reflector shields that make
Mm-hmm.
things look invisible.
Yeah,
Those are kind of funny, but that's not that high tech as much as it is just like
refraction.
camera angle. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a good video of a guy who made a invisible piece of glass, where if you stand behind it, pretty
Aren't
much
they all
make.
invisible?
No, it whatever you stand behind, it's like a piece of glass or plastic, but if you stand behind it, you disappear. You
Right.
know,
That's not technology though, as much as it is just like the
refraction.
bending of whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it just bends light in a way, but yeah, no, that shit exists. Pretty cool. It's pretty
Also
sweet.
crazy.
Huh?
I said also crazy.
Yeah, also
Where
crazy.
does quantum fall in with AI though? I have no idea. It would just make it the processing stronger.
Yeah, well, it's probably the processor that you need to have true AI. You
Right.
need something that's up there with the brain in order to create you know, a, a machine brain.
Machine brain?
Machine brain.
I remember watching a documentary in school about the first AI, the chess robot.
Oh
Because
yeah,
that's AI.
yeah,
But that's just like over a series of games learning how to do shit better. And
mm,
that's like what all AI is. So I don't understand how that would be a thing, but quantum computing would somehow make it better if AI is just, I don't know,
I don't know.
series of learning things.
I wish I knew more. Well, I think what happens is like, AI when it comes to technology is that you can set it to solve problems while you're not
No,
there.
oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it would be playing games. Like they hit the on button and then it's playing millions of games at a time. And
Mm-hmm.
so the AI was going to be trash for a while until it learned how to beat the dude in chess,
Yeah.
or until it learned how to be like an average player in chess.
Yeah.
And they thought it was going to take like 5 years or some crazy amount of time. But they turned around and beat the best chess player. But that was like in the 90s, 80s.
Yeah. But then you have a quantum computer that can go so the faster those things can run simulations, the faster it can learn, you know.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So, but
That's where that fits
it's
in.
not like I know anything about this.
We won't be driving in 3 years.
Probably not. It'll probably be illegal.
I'm down with that. People suck.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd get a lot of work done if something was driving for me.
Yeah, people that talk about giving up their freedoms with like that kind of thing forget that most people suck.
Yeah.
Like
Especially
if it means I can't drive, I would stop driving if it meant that half my friends couldn't drive anymore.
yeah.
If it meant Jordan can't drive anymore, I would give up driving forever. Dude, within the first 2 years of her getting her license, she crashed her car like 6 times.
That's funny.
I remember being in the car like a month probably after she got her license, and this is the car that we had been sharing. So, like, I don't know why I let her drive that day, but she's driving. She's like, "Do you ever just like slowly creep up behind your friends and give them like a nice little like love tap from behind?" I'm like, "What the? Are you serious?" I'm like, "No, never have I. That has never crossed my mind."
Oh God.
I'm like, "You spoiled little Cedarburg kids."
Yeah. Right.
Love tapping each other in their parents' cars.
Well, you remember what we did to Mom's van?
But if Elon's going to take that out, I'm down.
Yeah. You remember what we did to what John did to Mom's van in high school?
Wouldn't he like pull the e-brake up and just hop it?
Yeah, he could gun it and break it until the point where he'd get the van balancing on two wheels.
What the hell?
Yeah.
How?
I have no idea. You'd have
That makes no sense.
Yeah, but he could do it. He could get the front end bouncing like a lowrider going down Main Street of Cedarburg.
That van saw hell.
I can't believe it lasted as long as it did.
I almost flipped my Jeep a couple of times where it was hopping.
Oh, really? Yeah. I've been real close
Well, I
calls.
was driving to a football game one time, like car full of people, like 6 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to the stop sign, and as we get parallel with the stop sign, somebody in the back goes, "Stop." And I like hadn't seen it. It was like behind bushes, a crazy stop sign. But I slammed on my brakes, jerked the wheel a little bit, and the Jeep went sideways and skipped all the way through the intersection. Like 2 cars flew past us. It
Oh,
was like the
God.
scariest moment I've ever had in my entire life.
Damn.
I've seen you run the same stop sign though, driving somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember thinking that I'm like, he ran it too.
Yeah. I remember
By Mill Road.
I remember this one time I was with Paul. We were going to a music festival down in Milwaukee, and Paul was driving his truck, and we were going probably like 60, 70 miles an hour. Like we were going fast, like not even thinking about stopping in an intersection.
Right.
And the lights went red way early, and Paul just shot through the intersection into 2 lanes of traffic, just moving.
Do you remember driving to see Coraline with Paul?
We just threaded the needle through 2 cars on 2 different traffics and just shot right through the intersection. Like, oh man.
Do you remember seeing Coraline with Paul?
Coraline?
The scary like cartoon movie?
Oh, no, I don't think I remember that.
We were driving in Paul's truck. It was just the 3 of us, and he had that red and blue siren.
Oh,
And we were late. I think we were
yeah.
in the van actually, but he brought the siren, and you slapped it on top of the van, and we're going like 90 all the way to the movie. This is the most absurd thing.
God, we were horrible children.
Paul, I was doing work for Paul this
At
summer.
the Christmas tree lot?
No, he does like a lawn care thing now.
Yeah.
He has his own little business. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Pretty cool. Dude's hilarious.
Yeah, that kid's crazy.
When's the last time you seen him? Weren't you guys gonna go buddy system when you first went to the military?
No, I went in. I went in way before.
Earlier.
Yeah, way
Right,
before
right.
he was thinking about it. I got home. Well, he came. He came to my graduation.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I don't think I've seen him since 2012, 2011,
Yeah, dude's hilarious.
2012, maybe 13.
He's got a little gym in his garage. We go down there sometimes.
Yeah. Oh man, that's
Big
kind of the
yawn.
tragedy, man. Kind of the tragedy of this lifestyle, you know. Like I've been,
Being in Alaska?
well, just moving around, you know. Like I've been
At the point where you moved to Alaska, it stopped becoming a lifestyle, more becoming you just moved to a different country.
pretty much. But no, I mean, I've lived in so many different places and been gone from home and moved around so much. I like, you know, I
That's the goal.
yeah, but I meet all these people, you know, and
From here on out, I really don't have much of an ambition to stay in one place for over like a year.
yeah, but I'm just telling you the drawback to it because I meet all these
Oh,
people. Yeah. I've met so many people, have so many friends, and then I just move on, you know.
Kind of tragic.
And then, you never see them. It's like, and then the next place you move to, you don't have any friends. And you're like, well, I got a lot
Most people don't move at all, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but, it's like, I don't know. You lose contact with so many people.
Right. You're more experienced than the average bear, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you gotten back into jits, Muay Thai? My buddy just got back. That's why I'm thinking that.
No,
He just got back from jits.
It's killing me. I can't go to my gym and work out. Can't with the COVID.
You were doing mostly Muay Thai in Oregon, right?
I did Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu.
Jiu-Jitsu like a little bit after Muay Thai, though, right?
Well, I would go twice a day, every day. I go to Muay Thai in the mornings and Jiu-Jitsu at night.
I'd imagine you could roll with some like wrestler types that would be pretty equivalent to your size, but I feel bad for the dudes that were sparring against you in Muay Thai.
Oh, yeah. Well, Muay Thai. Yeah, I mean, I think like 80% of fighting is learning how to spar, and like,
right
when you learn how to.
Oh, you're saying you're pulling your punches quite a bit.
Oh yeah, I mean,
But even so, your reach is probably like 10 inches over anybody else in that gym that you're at.
There's some big guys there, and there's some tall, lanky guys there, and I got my butt kicked often, every day. But when you go up against different people, you play differently. You don't play to your strengths all the time,
You were thinking about like fighting for a little bit.
Yeah, it's a dream of mine to take on at least one fight, have a record at least,
Be the natural.
What?
You need to get one under the belt.
I know, I do. I know.
I could be your manager.
Yeah. Yeah.
You couldn't market yourself as well as I could.
Yeah, probably not.
I'd write your trash talk for you.
That's why you're on the podcast.
True. No, you do it. I'll do it. Actually, I'd fight you for pay-per-view. I'd kick your ass too.
Yeah, we could find out.
You'd have to come down to my weight class, but.
Oh, really? Yeah. I don't know.
You drop down to 205.
You're at 205 right now?
No, you guys are just fucking bigger than me though.
What?
Like naturally, you guys have like mammoth bones. You could never be 205.
I think I said
you at like 2% body fat, you'd still be like 230.
Yeah. I think like I hit a wall at like 215 now. I think right now my lean is 220.
Right. My like absolutely shredded no water would be like 205. So that's probably
205,
what I'd
really?
go at.
That's
But
pretty good.
yeah, it's not like I've got the ambition of fighting or anything.
Yeah. I've been down to 190.
You've been down to 190?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's got to be like you're looking like Snoop Dogg, though.
Yeah, at that point, I don't have a lot of muscle going for me either, though.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to go right now.
Right now, I'm sitting at... Right now, I'm sitting at 252.
You still working on it?
Mm-hmm.
Are there gyms in Alaska, or are you like lifting logs?
Oh, I went out and bought a squat rack. I bought a cage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did it like from like a Dick's, or did you have to order it and wait like 5 months?
No, there were two.
Just quarantine. Everybody was building their little home gyms.
Yeah, they only had 2 left at this like local resale sports shop in Anchorage, and like I've been looking for him for like weeks. They found out they had just gotten in 2, and I shot down there. You know what's crazy though is that right now they can't order in weight right now.
Why?
Because they're sold out of them, and they can't. And I guess they're selling out of it in the lower 48 too, and they can't get any weights up here. And so, like,
dude, they're all. I remember before quarantine trying to build a gym, it was like $1 a pound, so you'd pay like $45 for like a 45-pound plate. But it's like $3 now, probably $4. Ridiculous. And Amazon makes you wait like 2 months.
Yeah. Well, on top
of
that,
we're talking about Paul. He built his gym, and it took him forever to get all of his weights in. Yeah. But he was only able to do it because, I don't know if I should talk about this, but he was only able to do it because his neighbor ended up getting arrested.
Really?
For some weird, crazy shit.
Oh.
But it was funny.
Yeah.
I won't go into detail.
All right.
But
you'll have to tell
it was hilarious. And so now he's got the whole space, whereas like before they were battling for space, and then he got kicked out, and so now he's like kind of going ham. And he's building like insulation and stuff.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
Hilarious though. The guy was such a douche.
You go to the store and you can only buy like 5s or 35s.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's all you need though, realistically.
Yeah. Well, you have to do some weird math, but like.
Yeah. But what are you doing past 35s?
Whoa! That
absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah, right. Any day.
You're not going much over 105.
Oh yeah, I keep it light.
Have you seen Joe? That guy's a shit brick house right now.
Yeah, he's big. It's dangerous.
He's putting up weight too.
Oh yeah,
he's way stronger than me.
You know what the hard part is when you get that big and you're putting on muscle and you're a big dude like we are. If you go off the train for 2 weeks, you become a fat guy.
Yeah, I can't
it's so
keep
easy
weight.
To screw that up. Like you could be lifting heavy for good, and you got your routine down, and then you take a week off, and all of a sudden you're just a big fat guy.
I can't stand being that heavy. I was like 255 for football back in the day.
Yeah,
and I hated even being like that big. You were like 260, and people made fun of you for being light.
Yeah,
at offensive line.
Yeah,
but like at 255, I felt too big.
For an awesome offensive tackle, I was way too small.
Yeah. Everywhere I talked to, too, they'd be like, oh, you should be 300 pounds. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I can't stand being that heavy. And so, like, if I even start to gain a little bit, I'll be like, I want to bulk. But, like, 240 is the top I could get. If I miss a meal after 240, I'll drop 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not supposed to be that big.
I've learned this about myself. I like being big. I don't like being below 215. Like I get below 215, and I don't know. This is different. People, like I'm a big dude. I like being big. You
like being menacing. I want to fit places.
It just feels different.
I want my shit to fit, man.
Like I feel I like it. I like being around like I think like 235, and I'm feeling evil.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
You'd have to fight some heavyweights then if you were gonna get into it.
Yeah.
And at that case, at that point, you might as well be 270. That's the problem.
Yeah, dude.
Because heavyweight is a range.
But I'm getting too old too.
Yeah. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah. You want to call?
Do we wrap up, or do I go to the bathroom, come back? What are we at right now?
It's up to you. We're at 45 minutes.
How about I come back? We wrap. Pee first, though.
Yeah, for sure. Well, anyways, thank you guys again for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share. I'm gonna, we're just right now just hanging out, shooting podcasts for fun. I think, things will get more interesting once quarantine lifts and fire season begins, and got a couple ideas. And, I'm not planning on specializing in anything really. I think I'm going to, just kind of do my own thing and have fun with people. How's it going, Joel? You're back.
What?
You're back.
I am back.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like conspiracy guy. So the next one of these guys, I'm going to come in with an agenda, not to talk about AI or anything like that. Elon Musk. No mention of Rogan.
Yeah, for sure.
No mention of Rogan, Alpha Brain, Elk, killing things.
Oh, yeah.
Conspiracies, aliens.
Did you have to order that offline?
What's up?
How much was that?
Was what?
The Alpha Brain.
Oh, what Alpha Brain?
Oh. Okay.
I don't do that. It's embarrassing.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway.
No, there was a Christmas special, if you must know.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think it was
they finally
100 for like 4 bottles.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know, it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah. Code word Rogan.
We'll see what happens. There was no code word. I never typed in Rogan.
Oh, okay.
Bro Jogan.
Bro Jogan. Hogan. Joe Hogan. But anyway,
we haven't come into any of these with an agenda, though.
No, not yet. We're kind of just shooting off the hip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of seeing where things move,
It's probably better without an agenda.
Yeah,
but
I mean, we can start going into like topics and stuff and talking about things I know people want to hear about, but at the same time, I think every time we do one of these, we get more comfortable, and then once we hit topics that that we really want to talk about, we're gonna be better at.
What's your tag again? Nature.
Naturally resourceful.
Naturally resourceful.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do the original? The original idea was to interview scientists. Yeah. Is that something you still want to do?
Yeah, it's something
about research and stuff like that.
Yeah, talk to people that are doing cool things, And I have interviewed a lot of cool people who are doing cool research.
Oregon State also has a good amount of. It has like a good pool of interviewees that you could pull from, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As far as like science.
Yeah. But like the thing is I think this time around, and one reason why I took that name is because I'm just so butthurt that first plan didn't work out.
Naturally resourceful. I mean, it did not work out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not over. It's obviously still going now. And, that's why.
I mean, what's changed? Nothing's really changed since you started doing that.
Yeah, no. My whole thing, though, is that,
And you're still in fire, so you're still doing something interesting enough to talk about.
Yeah, and something that needs to be talked about.
Right, exactly. It's pretty at the forefront of everybody's minds. The world's kind of burning right now.
Yeah, and people need to know, what kind of things we go through and shed light on a lot of different things that a lot of people don't know about. And
That's true.
but like I think the thing is that before I was trying to do these professional interviews, before I'd even done any interviews,
Right.
which is like, trying to do something that takes people years of getting good at,
You definitely have
before
to
I've
find
ever
your
done it.
voice.
What?
Yeah. No, I mean, even if it's not like how you bounce off of somebody else that you're interviewing with, it's more or less just like finding your voice, how you're going to talk on this thing,
Yeah.
what people are looking for, what you want to sound like, and how you want to edit these videos. So
Yeah.
any level of us doing interviews is going to help you to that goal, for sure.
Yeah. The other thing though is that I've decided that I'm not going to, this platform right here. I'm not going to restrict myself on any content.
Yeah, no.
So like
I mean, I've been swearing up a storm the past 3 episodes.
Yeah, not just that though. I'm not, it's not like I'm going to be posting only podcasts on this. I'm just going to post whatever the hell I want,
Right. Yeah, it really
whether
doesn't
it's
matter.
a video of me and my wife talking or anything, or a stupid vlog that I did when we go out hiking or something, it's going to be, it's just going to be everything,
Right. It's less of a step to post things nowadays than it was like 5 years ago, even, because everybody's doing it. So it feels like less dramatic or like less of a step to do now. I
There's
feel
a
like.
lot of people
Not that that's even like a worry, but
there's a lot of
what's up?
people that are scared of doing it too. And it's not even like personally doing it. It's like someone that they know or connected to doing it, where it's like, you wouldn't believe how many people are like against me starting a podcast and posting it on YouTube.
Oh, like who people? I mean, no, I actually don't. but it's still funny. I don't know. You see people like every day, and you're like, how the hell does he have this many views? And not even like being a hater, but like there are just enough people watching videos out there for everybody to kind of get a piece of it. It's not even like I should have done this 5 years ago. It's just that everybody's doing it. Everybody's like a disciple of Gary Vee, having like 5 different streams of social media platforms, being everywhere.
Well, I think
being
it's
able
funny.
to be like found everywhere online.
I think it's funny. People are like, oh yeah, whatever podcast, you can make fun of it or whatever, but it's like,
right.
It's like, yeah, but you're putting yourself out there, like, oh, you're people, what do you have to talk about that's so interesting? Like, what do you think you should be like posting your point of view? Like, aren't people going to get mad at you? What about the comment? All this stuff about like bringing attention to yourself, and it's like, like, oh, okay, so you're telling me that I'm not good enough to post on YouTube, but I'm okay talking to people in person. It's like, what am I going to expose? Like,
there's nothing there's like, nothing too bad.
No. People, possibly do. If you post, people are going to realize how shitty you are.
Right.
It's like,
it would be cool. It would be cool. It would certainly be cool to get to a point where we were doing something that's good enough to delete these, or not even to delete these, but be like, oh my god, look at those.
Yeah, and that's eventually what's going to happen. But what I'm saying is like, if you are self-conscious about posting, or someone posting on YouTube, then like, are you also that nervous when they go talk to people in public? Like, what's the difference? I mean, are you just reminding people? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I don't give a hoot about any of this. Like, I wouldn't care like who saw this or anything like that. I'm not saying anything crazy. We've kind of not restrained ourselves at all, but it's not like we'd say anything in regular passing anyway.
Yeah, no.
Like, we're just having a conversation. We wouldn't be saying anything that outlandish that anybody would be like, oh, that shouldn't be online or anything like that. So it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah. But like, and another thing is, I'm more interested. I know like people are, you're always thinking like the short term, and obviously I'm trying to make the videos and the podcast as interesting as I can make them. But I'm really, looking at a year from now, 2 years from now,
Right.
You know what I mean?
The more you do this, the better you're going to get at it. Yeah, this is pretty much like if you were going to do like a school for like making videos and like doing podcasts, it would genuinely just be this anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't really be like, it'd just be getting comfortable with what you're doing.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
if you did this for 2 years, you'd pretty much have a degree in podcasting kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, I'll probably do this. I'll probably be trying to do this the rest of my life,
Right. And this, I mean, yeah.
And it's not like this
All
is
this is
my main
only
thing
gonna
either.
get
I have a good paying job, This is
access
just a
is only
hobby,
going to get better.
Yeah.
So I feel like nowadays, like, although like everybody's doing it, I feel like not doing it is like being like the awkward kid at the school dance that's not going to put anything out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. What's funny too is that like, and I'm definitely not doing it for this reason, but it's also making me angry where we've turned our society into a class system,
Yeah.
where like you either have a blue check mark or you don't.
No, yeah, that's fair. I mean, I feel like that's straight out of like a Netflix documentary about social networking and stuff like that. But
Well, it's BS.
that's like,
it sucks.
yeah, it is BS.
It's
But
like,
also, like, I've sat there and watched people at the gym, like people that I work with, sit there and like buy followers on Instagram. And so there are ways, like, however sad that is, there are ways to work the algorithm because when you see somebody with 1,000 followers, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, maybe they've got content, so maybe they're worth following. But I'm willing to bet like most of who might consider themselves Instagram models or anybody like that has fake followers. And you can tell because their ratios are insane on like their posts.
Do you know what
they'll
they
have
say?
like 40 likes but 10,000 followers and you're like, okay, whatever.
You know what they say though? Is that all you need to quit your day job on YouTube is 1,000 real followers.
Real followers though.
People
and
that
those
watch
are like
every episode.
Real followers. Yeah.
Like
right.
people that are actually fans. All you need is 1,000 of them.
Yeah. You could definitely garner 1,000. And what is quitting your day job? Like how much? Not that dollar value matters.
I'm too much of a workaholic to quit any day job, but
anything, man. I mean, any substantial amount of money that you're pulling from YouTube, though, would be better than having a real job.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Well,
but again, that's not that's like not the goal.
No, but I mean, at the same time, it's like the job that I do, is a really important job, and it's a job of professionals, and we're extremely underpaid, for what we do. And it's like, it's like, I'm going to do everything I can to make extra opportunities for myself and my family, I'll do whatever it takes.
But it's also like the most insane experience that you could ever ask for. So you're definitely building a resume of interesting things that you might talk about or be able to talk about eventually.
You know what my overarching kind of daydream is though?
What's that?
So like I've had almost
indoor trampoline park.
No, hear this. I've had almost every horrible job that you can imagine, You
become the new dirty jobs guy?
Yeah.
Wait, actually? Did I just hit that? What? What makes you dirty jobs guy?
Well, the difference between me and dirty jobs guy is I actually do the job.
Wasn't he like a plumber?
No, he was a singer.
No, he was not. Yes, he was. That guy was a straight plumber.
No, he wasn't.
No way.
No, he wasn't.
You're telling me he never had a dirty job in his life?
The dirty jobs guy was an opera singer. Listen to that guy's voice.
He never had a dirty job.
I mean, he probably did at one point in his life. But no, he was an opera singer. But what I'm saying is that, how he shows up and like films like a day or two,
Right.
I'm going to do it for a year.
My goal is to eat hot dogs on a beach.
Yeah. No, imagine this. Imagine this. This year I do a fire season, right? Next year I do commercial fishing.
Commercial fishing though? You've never done commercial fishing.
No,
That's
I
like
haven't.
crabbing though, right?
Yeah.
You're talking like deep sea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fly fishing
I shoot.
Are there like fly fishing people out there talking about fly fishing?
No,
I'm
dude,
sure.
no. Fly fishing's too cheeny, dude. I'm gonna go and park at the docks and get a job as a deckhand.
That'd be cool. That's good money.
Yeah, it's
I'd
good.
work deckhand jobs.
It's really good money.
I've been looking at deckhand jobs in San Diego.
Yeah, it's really good money, and it's but like going from fire to deep sea fishing, it'll keep the content going for a while.
Building a resume, and then you get a fight going.
And get a fight going.
That's a dirty job.
Yeah.
For the other guy, rearranging your face.
And then I'd just be able to build castles out of Legos and get millions of views.
Legos. Are we doing a Lego podcast?
No, I was just talking about like.
I would out Lego you.
I was just talking about like Mr. Beast. You watch his stuff.
Yeah. I try not to.
Oh, dude, I kind of like him. He's pretty great.
He's a good guy. I don't know.
He did.
But at that point, you're just surviving off being the YouTube guy.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd ever.
And who is that for? Not me.
Well, dude, he did a real game of Monopoly with some of his subscribers with real money.
Like, actually buying houses and railways and stuff?
No, it was just a room with a giant with the floor as a board of Monopoly.
Oh.
And they rolled dice and played with real money, and the winner got like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it's insane. His job is literally just being charity guy.
Pretty much, yeah.
He shows up and buys full car lots and then gives every car away.
Yeah.
Which is just insane.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Eventually.
We'll figure it out. But.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How long have we been talking?
An hour and 2 minutes.
Think we got enough to cut?
I think we do. I think there's nothing in here you thought needed to be cut out, right?
There might be a little bit. I mumbled on for a little bit. I kind of went into mumbleina mode when we started talking about AI.
Yeah, I'm over editing right now. I'm just gonna post.
Just edit the hell of whatever I say, and then we'll be good. But I've got a full day ahead of me off, so maybe I'll be like reading shit, have things to talk about tomorrow.
Tomorrow? All right, sounds good.
Down? Same time?
Yep, we could do the same time.
Let's get them out of the way early. I like that.
Yeah, me too. It wasn't too bad. All right, man. Well, have a good one.
All right. Yep. Peace out. See you later.
Yep. Take it easy.